Now, just to make a very quick and snappy video about leveling the van. So as you can see, the van is on this harbour pier here, which tends to angle in this fashion, right? So it's sort of like left to right is the angle. So we've had to put the chocks under the right side tires to bring the van back up to being level. But the thing I wanted to talk about here was the fact that we had to get these new chocks, because these chocks, these are original ones that we had for about, how long, Vay? 5-6 years? Yeah. So we had these for about 6 years and they were fine. I think what you bought them, were they about €50? Yeah. So they were fine for what they were, but the problem, in the inherent design flaw in them, is the fact that they are completely, I'm going to say flat, but I mean in that they don't have those kind of rest areas for the tires that these ones have, right? So these ones, I would say, the blue ones are far superior, because the issue we have with the van being a DSG is, right, so the issue with them was that because it's a DSG van, what are you laughing at? Because it's a DSG van, when you take the handbrake off to rotate the front, you know, so when you have to rotate the seats, the van has a tendency then to rock backwards. And because these are flat, it rolls down, which inherently then means that the van is not as level as it should have been. So with these, the beauty of these is that the wheel sits, it's cradled in that little indentation. So that's that. So the other thing that what we were doing now, the other problem we had was that we were trying to, how to get the van level. So what we would do is we would use and I have a little small spirit level in there, which is something that we were using initially, but it's too small. It doesn't pick up enough of the angle of the van that it's at. And the second thing that we did then was we would use our phone. So there's a little level in the phone, which again is fine, but generally speaking we would always find that the van was not level. So it's quite a difficult thing. I think the 6.1 has its own little leveling system built into it, which is very handy, but we have a T6 which doesn't have that, right? Which is a missing thing, right? So that's that. So what we did is I invested in this thing here. I got it from Amazon. It's the AUTOOL Inclinometer. So you can see there it gives the two middle circles are the inclinometers. So the one on the left tells you the sort of front to back. Sorry, that gives you the left to right. So you can see the van is level, and then the other one is 5 degrees. So that's telling us that the van is not level either on the front to back. It's a little bit, I find it hard to interpret, but I think it's telling me that the van is pointing down slightly. It's slightly counterintuitive. It was €90 from Amazon, and it's fine, does the thing. It gives you, the thing I like about it as well is it gives you the voltage meter of the batteries, and it gives you your altitude and so on. But it does help with the leveling, because it means that you can kind of estimate how far off you are from a leveling perspective. So I would recommend getting one for your van. We would argue a lot over trying to get the van level, because it can be somewhat subjective. So yeah, so that's it. That's just a little note on